everybody. I'm Mike Sully Sullivan, and I'm here at gorgeous Calvert Road Park in College Park, Maryland, to give you your 2019 MVP Circuit Challenge Players Meeting. We're going to be playing under what I call a relaxed version of PDGA rules today. What that means is that you ought to use the mini we give you to mark your lie. You should observe the putting circle and all foot fault and other courtesy rules. The bridges on the course are a playing surface. Under the bridge is not. If your disc is under the bridge, you play from the spot on the bridge above where your disc is. Inside these culverts is not a playing surface. If your disc ends up in the culvert, you must take your lie from the playing surface above where the disc has come to rest. If you reach the road, you are out of bounds. Road and across is out of bounds. This is hole 1 at Calvert Road Park. You're going to notice directly in front of the tee behind me, which is the red, white, and blue tee for this hole, you will see a white mandatory arrow on this tree. That is a mandatory right. You are to pass to the right of that tree on the way to the basket for hole 1 right there. If you miss the mando, I will put out flags for a drop zone you will throw from the mandatory with a penalty stroke. This is the hole 5 white tee. You see right in front of us, we've got a tree with a marked mandatory left. We will be observing this mandatory. You must fly left of the mandatory or else proceed to the red tee drop zone with a stroke. Here at hole 6's combination blue and white tee, you see the red tee to our left there. We'll be playing from the white. There is a double mandatory. You see this first tree here on the right is a mandatory left. And then further down toward the basket, there is a mandatory right. If you miss either mandatory, you proceed to the drop zone of the red tee pad with a stroke. We're going to go ahead and play 8's red pad to minimize backtracking and improve flow. It's one of the few red pads we will be playing in this mostly white tee layout. This is red tee for 11. This is one of the few red tees we're going to be playing. For flow purposes and also for friendly layout purposes. So up here in the middle of the fairway directly in front of us, there is a mando tree. There's a mando right. If you miss this mandatory, you will play from the mandatory, from the right side of the mandatory tree will be the drop zone. There will be flags out on the day of, and the basket you can see is over there. On hole 14, you may notice these faded arrows on the trees. Those are not mandatories in play for today. Here on hole 17, we're going to be throwing from the red tee, one of the few red tees we're playing, and there is a double mandatory left here. See, this first tree is a mandatory left. The tree down there is a mandatory left, and you'll see the basket just past. These mandos protect this basket over here from errant throws. If you miss the mandatory, you may play from the mandatory tree. I will put out flags on the day of to mark drop zones.